Hello everyone and welcome back to Learn English with Podcasts. I'm Jack.
And I'm Emma. In today's episode, we're going to share a wide range of tips to help you improve your English language skills. Whether you're a beginner or looking to perfect your proficiency, we've got something for everyone.
That's right, Emma. Learning a new language can be challenging, but with the right strategies and resources, you can make significant progress. Let's get started. Emma, one of the first steps in learning a new language is setting realistic goals. Why is this important?
Setting realistic goals is crucial because it helps you stay focused and motivated. Goals give you a clear sense of direction and allow you to measure your progress. When setting goals, it's important to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, also known as SMART goals.
Can you give an example of a SMART goal for learning English?
Sure. Instead of saying, I want to improve my English, a SMART goal would be, I want to learn 20 new vocabulary words related to travel by the end of this month. This goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to the learner's interests, and time-bound.
Emma, expanding your vocabulary is essential for language learning. What are some effective ways to build vocabulary?
There are several effective ways to build vocabulary. One method is using flashcards. You can create your own flashcards or use apps like Anki or Quizlet, which offer digital flashcards with spaced repetition to help you remember new words. Another method is reading extensively in English books, articles, and blogs. When you encounter new words, write them down and look up their meanings.
Reading is a great way to learn new words in context. Are there any other strategies?
Yes, you can also keep a vocabulary journal where you write down new words along with their definitions and example sentences. Practice using these words in your own sentences to reinforce your understanding. Additionally, try to learn words in thematic groups, such as words related to food, travel, or technology, which can make it easier to remember and use them.
Emma, many learners struggle with speaking. What tips can you offer to improve speaking skills?
Improving speaking skills requires practice and confidence. One effective way is to practice speaking with a language partner or tutor. Platforms like Tandem or HelloTalk connect you with native speakers who can help you practice. You can also join language exchange groups or local meetups to practice in a social setting.
Practicing with others sounds very beneficial. What if someone is too shy or doesn't have a partner to practice with?
If you're shy or don't have a partner, you can practice speaking on your own. Try reading aloud from books or articles to improve your pronunciation and fluency. Another method is to record yourself speaking on various topics, then listen to the recordings to identify areas for improvement. Shadowing, where you listen to native speakers and repeat what they say, can also help you mimic natural speech patterns.
Emma, listening comprehension is another critical skill. How can learners improve their listening skills?
Improving listening skills involves regular and varied practice. Listening to English podcasts, like this one, is a great way to expose yourself to different accents and topics. You can also watch English movies, TV shows, and YouTube videos. Try to choose content that interests you to keep you engaged.
Are there specific techniques to make listening practice more effective?
Yes, active listening techniques can be very helpful. While listening, try to focus on the main ideas and details. Take notes on key points and new vocabulary. If you're watching a video, use subtitles to aid understanding, then gradually try to watch without them. Also, repeat listening to the same content multiple times to reinforce your comprehension.
Emma, what about reading skills? How can learners improve their reading comprehension?
Improving reading skills involves reading regularly and diversifying the types of texts you read. Start with materials that match your current level and gradually challenge yourself with more complex texts. Read a mix of genres, including fiction, non-fiction, news articles, and academic papers.
How can learners tackle difficult texts without getting discouraged?
When encountering difficult texts, use strategies like skimming and scanning to get an overview of the content before diving into the details. Don't get stuck on every unknown word, try to understand the gist first. Use context clues to infer the meanings of new words. Additionally, make use of resources like dictionaries or translation apps when necessary, but try to rely on them less over time.
Emma, writing is another crucial skill. What are some tips for improving writing in English?
To improve writing skills, practice writing regularly. Start with short, simple text like journal entries or emails, and gradually move on to longer and more complex pieces like essays or reports. Pay attention to grammar, punctuation, and sentence structure. Use tools like Grammarly to check for errors and learn from your mistakes.
Are there specific writing exercises that can help learners?
Yes, there are several effective writing exercises. Try summarizing articles or books you've read, which helps improve comprehension and the ability to convey information concisely. Another exercise is to write about daily experiences or describe pictures in detail. Participating in writing forums or blogs where you can receive feedback from others can also be beneficial.
Emma, understanding grammar is fundamental for any language. What are some effective ways to learn and practice English grammar?
Learning grammar involves studying rules and applying them through practice. Use grammar textbooks or online resources like Purdue OWL or the British Council's website, which offer clear explanations and exercises. Practice regularly by doing grammar exercises and quizzes. Additionally, try to notice grammar in use when reading or listening to English content.
How can learners make grammar practice more engaging?
Making grammar practice engaging can involve incorporating it into fun activities. For instance, playing grammar games or using apps like Duolingo can make learning more interactive. Writing stories or dialogues using specific grammar points can also be a creative way to practice. Another method is to teach grammar rules to someone else, which reinforces your own understanding.
Emma, technology has made language learning more accessible than ever. What are some useful tools and apps for learning English?
There are numerous tools and apps that can enhance language learning. Duolingo is popular for its gamified approach to vocabulary and grammar. Anki and Quizlet are great for creating and reviewing flashcards. For practicing speaking, apps like Tandem and HelloTalk connect you with native speakers. Additionally, using language learning platforms like Rosetta Stone or Babbel can provide structured courses and practice.
How can learners effectively integrate these tools into their study routine?
Integrating technology into your study routine involves setting aside specific times for using these tools. For example, you might spend 10 minutes a day on Duolingo or review flashcards during your commute. It's important to use these tools consistently and combine them with other forms of practice, like speaking with a partner or reading books.
Emma, immersion is often touted as one of the best ways to learn a language. How can learners immerse themselves in English, especially if they live in a non-English speaking country?
Immersion can be achieved by surrounding yourself with the language as much as possible. Change the language settings on your devices to English, listen to English music, and watch English TV shows and movies. Try to think in English and narrate your daily activities in English. Joining online communities where English is spoken can also provide opportunities for immersion.
Those are excellent tips. How can learners create opportunities for speaking English in their daily lives?
Creating opportunities to speak English can involve finding language exchange partners or joining English-speaking clubs. Practicing with friends or family members who speak English, even if they're not native speakers, can also be helpful. Participating in online discussion forums or attending virtual meetups and webinars conducted in English are other great ways to practice speaking.
Emma, staying motivated is crucial for long-term language learning. What are some strategies to maintain motivation?
Maintaining motivation involves setting clear goals, celebrating your progress, and keeping the learning process enjoyable. Break your goals into smaller milestones and reward yourself when you achieve them. Find ways to incorporate your interests into language learning, such as reading about topics you love or watching movies in English. Connecting with other learners for support and encouragement can also keep you motivated.
What are some common challenges learners face and how can they overcome them?
Common challenges include feeling discouraged by slow progress, finding time to study, and dealing with the fear of making mistakes. To overcome these challenges, remind yourself that language learning is a gradual process and celebrate small victories. Schedule regular study sessions and stick to them. Embrace mistakes as part of the learning process and use them as opportunities to improve. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage your efforts.
Emma, understanding the culture behind the language can enhance learning. How can learners gain cultural insights?
Gaining cultural insights involves exploring the cultural context of the language. Read books, watch movies, and listen to music from English-speaking countries. Learn about customs, traditions, and history to better understand the nuances of the language. Engaging with native speakers and asking them about their culture can also provide valuable insights.
How does cultural understanding improve language skills?
Cultural understanding helps you use the language more appropriately and naturally. It enhances your ability to grasp idioms, humor, and context-specific expressions. Knowing the cultural background of phrases and customs can also make conversations more meaningful and engaging. Additionally, it fosters empathy and global awareness, which are important aspects of language learning.
Emma, when is it beneficial to seek professional guidance in language learning?
Seeking professional guidance can be beneficial at various stages of language learning, especially if you're struggling with specific areas or want to accelerate your progress. Professional tutors or teachers can provide personalized feedback, structured lessons, and targeted practice. They can also help you identify and overcome your weaknesses more effectively.
How can learners find the right tutor or language course?
To find the right tutor or language course, consider your learning goals, budget, and preferences. Look for qualified tutors with good reviews and teaching experience. Online platforms like Italki, Reply, and Verbling offer a wide range of tutors. For structured courses, research language schools or online programs that suit your needs. Don't hesitate to try a few different options to see what works best for you.
Emma, we've covered a lot of ground in this episode. What are your final thoughts on learning English?
Learning English is a rewarding journey that opens up countless opportunities. With the right strategies, resources, and mindset, anyone can make significant progress. Remember to set realistic goals, practice regularly, and stay motivated. Embrace the challenges and enjoy the process of learning and discovery.
I couldn't agree more, Emma. Language learning is a lifelong adventure, and every step forward is an achievement.
Absolutely, Jack. We encourage all our listeners to implement these tips and continue striving towards their language goals. Your dedication and effort will pay off in the long run.
That concludes our extended episode on tips for learning English. We hope you found it educational and inspiring.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through the various strategies and tips for improving your English skills. We appreciate your support and encourage you to stay engaged with your language learning journey.
Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and like this video. Your engagement helps us continue to bring you informative and valuable content.
Until next time, this is Emma.
And this is Jack. Goodbye.
Bye. Remember to leave a review and share this podcast with your friends. Together we can learn and make a difference.